Land is the engine for economic growth. We build our homes on land. We transport our goods on rails across the land. We grow our food and produce our energy on the land. Land filters our water and brings it to our taps. We all depend on the land to give us our resources. The land covers the earth in a thin layer that are only a few dozen centimeters thick. It is a site of intense activity and home to an extremely rich ecosystem. The nutrients we thrive on come from the land itself for plant growth, and these plants will in turn provide food for human beings and animals. But the fine layer around the earth is delicate, and in dry environments it is extremely vulnerable. It can take 500 years to grow 0.5 centimeters of soil, and only a few years to destroy it. This is called desertification. Contrary to other perceptions, desertification differs from land degradation, which is resulting from climatic variations in human activities. It is the result of mankind's actions. Today, more than a third of the emerged land is threatened by desertification. The 5,000-kilometer belt of land has disappeared. This divides the Sahara Desert from the rest of Africa. Climate change and prolonged periods of drought and degradation caused by overfarming and overgrazing. Every year, we are losing 24 billion tons of fertile soil, as well as deforestation has turned this once fertile land into desert.
Well, it's such a big issue because it shows that climates are changing in lots of different regions around the world. And so places that used to be major crop growing regions like Southern California, Mexico, places more equatorial, where we would depend on arid land where we could plant crops for our nourishment, rice, beans, corn, anything like that. That land is no longer usable. And so if we run out of crop land, we run out of places to grow food. And if we run out of food, then that's bad for everyone.
I think that, especially here in the Northwest, we think that we have tons of water and it's no problem. Or we go to the grocery store and we have more food than we could ever need. But in other countries where they are a little bit more strapped for water and they're having to share water among a really hugely growing population, they tend to run out of water and their land gets desertified more than ours does.
I think the biggest reason people don't care about it is because it doesn't directly impact them. If you live in a city in the United States, you get food whenever you want to get food. It's in a grocery store. You don't have to work at a farm to try and grow anything. And if we run short on one supply, then maybe the price goes up, but you might not notice it because the price of everything goes up. So the farther we are removed from the situation, the less we feel like we have to care about it.
Well, in the United States, we are going to start having problems with desertification because a lot of the aquifers in the middle of our country are being overused, or the Colorado River is being dammed up and diverted. And so I think there needs to be some government intervention in removing dams or thinking about if we really need them. In foreign countries, I think it would be a good idea, again, for governments to be monitoring how much water is being pulled out and polluted so that people don't end up with totally ungrazable, unlivable land. An interesting thing that people may not know is a huge chunk of our fresh water in the United States is right in the center of the United States in an aquifer called the Ogallala Aquifer, which is an awesome name. Anyway, and that's being pumped out much faster than it's being regenerated, and we're building an oil pipeline right over the top of it. So desertification probably will be coming to the United States, and it's something we should be aware of.
I think that a lot of the groundwork for the damage for desertification has already been done, and so any efforts we would do to change or roll back climate change might already be too late. I think we got to put a lot of effort into how can we grow crops in places that aren't already becoming deserts. How can we turn places like maybe in Seattle or in Canada or in the Midwest into places that weren't agricultural places? How can we grow crops more efficiently, take up less space, manage the water better, create water, that kind of thing.
Take action and protect the lands left. Fix what we have destroyed, and soon, where landscapes have been mistreated, we can make them more productive. Where there's undeveloped and sick, we can restore them to health. The importance of land loss is real, and we need to start acting quick. The land is the key to support to create a sustainable development for all.
It's definitely one of the big problems that's facing us. And there's got to be a lot of minds coming together to try and come up with a solution. One person's not going to find the solution themselves.